since we're not doing a lot of trading, might as well talk, about a concept here. Um, you see that blow off top with the perfect head and shoulders, and I was hitting it right around there, around 150, or maybe a little bit before that, but like somewhere in that right side, and
Yeah.
then
Right
just
shoulder.
like that. So yeah, exactly, right in there. And that's kind of what happens is like, okay, fine, yeah, it's gotten destroyed, but it's kind of where it was a year ago or something, right? Like, okay, these blow off tops always kind of like confuse people of like, oh, that's where it was, but it's like never should have been there type of thing. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like if we were to just say linearly, like here's like some rate of growth, it's kind of like in the range of that. It's just that deviation to the top, and we saw that all over the place. So I don't know. Not too much more to say about this stock, just using that as an example. But I mean, as we go forward here, what's your guys' playbook? Are you guys sitting here waiting for something, or are you going to wait for the war to end? Are you going to wait for, what's your kind of thinking as we're going out, not just today or tomorrow, but like over the next couple months?
I thought I said what I'm doing, but I'll re-say it. I'm sitting
No,
around.
I mean, like, but is there like, what are you looking for as a change in what I know what you're doing. Like, what do you look at as what you would change your attitude, not be a cash raiser? So that's the question I'm trying to ask.
Well, if the stock market prematurely went down enough to populate my new buy screen with lots of attractive ideas, I would start nibbling for sure. But
Okay.
the issue isn't that there's stocks that aren't down. I followed a company secondarily. I have exposure to EOS. It's a battery company, and I discovered it because of my own company. Tetra is a big supplier to them, and it was $6 or $7, and I said, that's a good story. And it went to 8, 9, and 10, and it went to 20. While my impression was that they were going to lose their like missed their numbers because the Tetra guy was hedging on them making their shipments to them. And it's 5 today. It's down 75%. But just like the overshoots that you talked about, the 20 was insane on literally insane on evaluation. So, it's not even cheap at 5. So we're in a position now where show me half of sales, show me 75% of sales on stocks. They have to drop 70, 60, 80%. I can't buy stuff because the valuation parameters. I don't want to trade on the long side until they hit they get under my maximum valuation that I'll pay. So I'm sort of stuck. Yep. Unless I want to cheat my formula.
Nate, you got anything?
Yeah, I've got a very, I think simple discipline. I go through 5,400 ETFs. I find the 10 best. I have a sell discipline where if I'm down 15%, I shoot them. I don't ask any questions. I have no losses right now. And I also have that moving average discipline that goes over 3 different times. And I get out of things, not at the top, but I tend to catch, this middle 70% of big moves. And then let the market tell me where to go. So now the market is telling me 37% in cash, and look to short Kathy Wood's ARK, and look to short the big Chinese stocks. And and frankly, the PSQs. I mean, the shorting the Qs is right behind it. So that's why I'm teasing it now. I'll say it in the chat for members. When I pull the trigger. But I tell you, it's very satisfying. I know exactly what I'm doing every single night. Every single night. I'm like a robot. And
good. You got a process.
Because I've done it the other way where I get emotional and I say the market's wrong and I fight the tape and I lost. So now I win.
So yeah, fighting the tape's a bad strategy. And because when you get yourself where you get emotional, it just. And again, I come back to like, hey, sometimes doing less is more, and you don't get yourself caught in situations where this is just a bad tape, and it just, it's not a money making tape. It's even on the short side, it's hard. It's not like super easy because they're not going down
Being
fast
short
now.
yesterday felt like hell.
Exactly.
I mean, look, my credit default swaps are doing well. But that's one trade. That's one area of the market you can make money on, and that's being short, and you lose money most of the time. So whatever. It's just a tough spot is all I'm just trying to express.